So after discussing the cases for the magnetic field for a bar magnet at any point on the axial line or the equatorial line, our next topic is to find out the torque acting on a magnetic dipole in a magnetic field or a bar magnet in a magnetic field. For that, let us consider that we are having the magnetic field lines, that is the uniform magnetic field, and in that magnetic field a bar magnet is placed. Now 2L is the length of this bar magnet, and we are having the north pole and south pole, and there is a force between this magnetic field and north pole, and it is directed outwards along the magnetic field, and the strength of the force at the pole N is mb vector. Similarly, for the south pole we are having the pole strength or the field strength or the force acting is m into the magnetic field and acting opposite to the direction of the magnetic field. This magnet we are considering is making an angle theta with the uniform magnetic field, and 2L is the length of this given bar magnet. Now, in order to find out the torque, these are our consideration, and we know that the force of magnet, that is mb, act opposite to each other on both the sides for the north pole and for the south pole, and hence the net force acting on this bar magnet is cancelling out because of this opposite forces acting for the north and south pole. So there is no translation motion of this bar magnet which is placed in this magnetic field, but the force along the different line of action and constitute a couple. So this force is acting on two different lines of action, and hence this magnet will rotate and experience a torque, and that torque is given by the magnetic force at any pole and the perpendicular distance for this given magnet. Now the torque tau is given as m into b, that is our magnetic force or the strength of magnet, and perpendicular distance we are having from this right angle triangle, from this triangle we are having the perpendicular distance as 2L and sine of this theta. So this is our perpendicular distance. Now we know that this m into b, mb to L. Now m into 2L is known as the magnetic dipole moment, that is capital M. So our torque is equals to that magnetic dipole moment into the field strength sine of angle theta, and we are having that sine theta, so we can write it is in vector form as the tau vector is equals to m cross b, and we can understand from this figure that we are having magnetic field. This is the direction of magnetic dipole moment, and this is the angle between this magnet and the magnetic field, and this is the torque acting along downward direction. So the direction of torque is perpendicular and into the plane containing this magnet and the magnetic field. Now there are special cases, and we know that the SI unit of magnetic moment is ampere per meter square. So from this particular relation also we can define the magnetic dipole moment, that if this magnetic field is equals to 1, b is equals to 1, and this theta is equals to 90 degree, in that case the torque is equals to this m. So we can define that the magnetic dipole moment can also be defined as the torque acting on the magnetic dipole placed perpendicular to the uniform field of unit strength. Now after finding out the torque acting on the given bar magnet when it is placed in magnetic field, let us find out the work done on this bar magnet due to that torque and the total potential energy. Now in order to find out the work done on the magnetic dipole or the bar magnet which is placed in magnetic field, let us consider that we are having a uniform magnetic field B and a bar magnet is placed in this uniform magnetic field inclined at an angle theta 1 at this particular position, and MB represents the strength of force or magnetic force at the north and south pole of this magnet. Now what this is happening, you can see that as the force is being cancelled out, but that is being creating a couple. So you can see that this is the magnet placed here, the force is acting in opposite direction, so the strength of force is being cancelled out, but they are acting along the different line of action, and hence a couple is being created, and because of that couple the magnet is being rotated in this manner. So theta 1 is changing from theta 1 to theta 2 here. So this is the change in the theta, that is d theta. And what is work done? Work done is force into displacement, or in terms of torque, the work done is given by the torque into the displacement caused in this position of magnet due to that couple created. Hence the work done, small amount of work done in displacing this bar magnet from one position to another or one inclination to other, in that case dw is equals to tau d theta, and that is equals to mb sine theta, that is the value of torque, into d theta. So this is the small amount of work in displacing this bar magnet from this position to this position. What if we want to find out the total amount of work done if we are displacing this magnet, or the couple is rotating this magnet from theta 1 position to theta 2? In that case the total work is given by W is equals to integration of mb sine theta d theta for the limit theta 1 to theta 2. And after solving this integration, we are having that m is constant, b is constant, so we are integrating sine theta, and we know that integration of sine theta is minus cos theta. So after substituting the limits, we are getting the net work done by the couple on this given magnet is m, dipole moment, into the field strength, and cos theta 1 minus cos theta 2. Now this work done is stored as the potential energy. So if potential energy is arbitrary, taken 0 when the dipole is at 90 degree, and the potential energy in rotating the dipole and inclination is at an angle theta, so the work done stored as the potential energy is also given by that U is equals to W, and that is equals to mb cos theta 1 minus theta 2, and this is our net potential energy stored in this bar magnet when it is placed in the uniform magnetic field. Now there are so many examples for this potential energy and the couple created by the torque acting on a bar magnet when it is placed in a uniform magnetic field are that the current loop as a magnetic dipole, or the magnetic dipole moment of a revolving electron as the electron revolve around the nucleus. So these are particular applications of this torque. Now we are having some other terms to define for the earth magnetic behavior. As we know that the solenoid, current carrying solenoid, behaves as a bar magnet and it is having north pole and south pole. Similarly, our earth is also behaving as a bar magnet. It is having a north pole, it is having a south pole. So the branch of physics basically that deals with the study of Earth's magnetism is called the terrestrial magnetism or geomagnetism, and we are going to discuss few important terms under this heading, that is the terrestrial magnetism. And there are experimental evidences in support of that Earth is a magnet or Earth behaves as a magnet, and there are so many theories also for the origin, or to explain the origin of Earth's magnetic field as well. So let us discuss some important definitions in connection with Earth's magnetism. Number one is geographic axis. So geographic axis is the straight line passing through the geographical north and the south pole of Earth, and it is the axis of rotation of the Earth, and it is also known as the polar axis. Next one is our geographical meridian. Now this geographical meridian is basically the vertical plane passing through the geographical north and south pole. So this geographical meridian at any point is the vertical plane. After this is our geographic equator, and this geographic equator is the great circle on the Earth which is perpendicular to the magnetic axis. Magnetic axis, or we can say the geographic axis, and all the points on the geographic equator are at equal distances from the geographic poles as well. After that we are having the magnetic axis. Now this magnetic axis is a straight line passing through the magnetic pole of Earth, and it is inclined to the geographic axis, and the inclination is nearly of 17 to 18 degree. After that we are having that magnetic meridian, and this is the vertical plane passing through the magnetic axis of a freely suspended magnet, small magnet, and the Earth magnetic field acts in the direction of this magnetic meridian. And after that we are having the magnetic equator as well. Like the geographic equator, we are having magnetic equator. So this magnetic equator is a great circle on the surface of Earth in a plane perpendicular to the magnetic axis, and all the points on this magnetic equator are at equal distances from the magnetic poles as well. Now, after these basic definitions for the Earth magnetism, we are having some elements of Earth's magnetic field.